Okay, so look, you're gonna have a question that is going to be something like this on the exam. Okay, so look, what do we have here? Let's take a look at this. Here's our data. We have so our data again is soda pop sales in Greece for different brands, and I have different brands across the column space here. You see, I put brands up in the column, uh, and across different cities. Cities are in the rows. Cities are in the rows. And then what I've done is looking at the average price and the sum of quantity. Okay, and then I took the so looking at the data, I took the date, drug it down into the details to get the scatter plot, and then I selected the month with the where it has month and year, not this month where it just says month and year. Okay, we did that. Okay. Now in the filter, I put the container. Now I can basically filter. Now allows you to select a subset of the data, so I can allows you to narrow in on what you're actually looking at. So the filter in this case is cans. Okay, so I can take can off, select glass, select plastic. Okay, so let's just stick with cans. Okay, so I want to show you a worked example again, just to make sure you have it. So let's see. The question would be something like this. Okay, so I could say for Gazoza cans in Athens. Okay, that's the market. I have to say the market. The market. Also, I'll say the brand. Here, I'll say Gazoza cans in Athens. Okay, I could ask you what's the point elasticity? So the elasticity of demand. The point elasticity, if you remember, it's going to be the slope of our price response function, again, which is the slope. So you see here, so what did I say? Gazoza cans, which we have in the filter in Athens. And here is the equation. If you hover over we get quantity is equal to negative 3, 2, 1, 1. What is that? It's a big number. 7, 6 times average price plus 1,89750. Now remember, this has the form y is equal to mx plus b. That's the form of a line. That's the equation of a line, okay? Where we have the slope right there, which is rise over run. Now we got quantity on the y, so rise dq over dp. Here it is right there. Elasticity of demand is that slope of that demand curve times the price point, P over Q, okay? So I have to give you a point. Now I'll pick that for you. So I'll say the question might be something like, what's the elasticity of demand for Gazoza cans in Athens uh, when the price is, say, I'm just picking this, is equal to 30 euros, and the quantity is equal to, we'll just call it 56,000. Okay, just to make nice even numbers, I can ask you that question. Here's the question. What's the elasticity of demand for Gazoza cans in Athens when the price is 0.3 euros and the quantity is 56,000? So that's the question. I need to give you a P. I need to give you a certain Q. Now, this will go right there. That will go right there. You know where to get the slope, which is this part of the equation. So this should be fairly simple, right? So this is going to be equal to negative 321,176 times P over Q times 0.3 over 56,000. Let's just do it. What is that? Do I have my phone on me? I do not. That's what I normally do for my go-to. So let's just do a calculator right here. Calculator up. So let's go 3.21176 times 0.3 divided by 56.123. Enter. This is equal to 1.72. Okay, that's the elasticity of demand. Now this is greater than 1, so we have elastic. Okay, so a follow-up question could be, should, as a manager, if you're optimizing revenue, should you increase or decrease your prices? Hopefully you know this very well. Remember, elasticity of demand is defined as the percentage change in quantity for percentage change in price. This is greater than 1. That means the numerator is greater than the denominator. That means the quantity effect dominates the price. Remember, total revenue is equal to price times quantity. And we know these move in opposite directions because demand's downward sloping. So therefore, if the elasticity is greater than 1, the quantity effect dominates. That means I want this to go up. Well, this goes up when price goes down. So I want to drop my price. That means price should go down if I'm trying to optimize my revenue. Okay, that's one thing. I could also ask you another question, which might be a question might be something like, if prices so go down by 10%, then what's the percentage change in quantity equal to? So in other words, if I'm at this price point and I drop my price 10%, what's the percentage change in quantity? That's actually fairly straightforward. You can see it right from this equation. Why? Because first step, what do? You calculate elasticity. That means I have calculated this number. So I have a number here. I'm given the percentage change in price in the equation, and I have that here. So that only leaves one unknown. So that's what I'm asking for. That's very simple algebra. That's going to be equal to this elasticity of demand times this percentage change in price, which is, we already calculated, is 1.72 times percentage change in price, which is 10%. I can just leave this as a 10, and I don't need to change that into a decimal. That's fine. That's very straightforward to do, isn't it? That's going to be 17.2%. So that means if I drop my price by 10% quantity, I'll get a 17.2% increase in my quantity demanded, as predicted by this elasticity of demand. So that's one way to think about all this. Okay, that's great. So hopefully that clears things up a little bit. I hope that this is an example problem. I've given it to you very straightforward, and I hope that you can use the data to answer problems. And I'm going to set it up pretty much like this. Now, one thing that I can do is I can change the market. So obviously you should know that if I ask for plastic, you need to edit your filter and then unselect can and select plastic. It's really just that simple. It's really that simple. And then if I tell you the market, say plastic in Lemon Boost in Ikaron or whatever, you're dealing with this panel, Lemon Boost Eclaron, I can't even pronounce that, or Lemon Boost in Petra, right down here, or Kinder Cola in Larissa. Then I'm going to use this slope, okay, times whatever price and quantity I give you. So that's really all there is to it. It's really fairly simple once you've created your worksheet. And I put a training video to show you how to create this worksheet. So I hope that you watch that, you get it done, and you find this hopefully very straightforward. I hope.